Welcome. I'm making this short introductory video to Pyxis Calendar for distribution via Terry Cummins's super buy and sell website, which has been a great help to Pyxis software since it began business back almost 10 years ago now. It's hard to believe that we are at that time of year again when we need to begin preparing calendars for next year, although it is clear that some have already begun this process. Anyway, this video is by way of introduction to Pyxis Calendar and to demonstrate a fast and accurate way of creating calendars and year planners. This is the initial view of Pyxis Calendar when first launched. Note the year is always the following year. Click the preview to see a preview of the first month based on default settings. Click the PDF button to see an actual 12-month PDF of a calendar based on default settings. And to add bank holidays or special days, you can go to the download page for Pyxis Calendar on explorepyxis.com, and if you scroll down this page you will see the heading Download Holiday Files, and here click on Ireland 2022, and here you can copy and paste this text and save it as a text file on your own computer. It can have a .text or a .csv extension, it doesn't really matter, and here we're just going to call it test for now and save, and we're going to switch to the Day Info tab, click Import and choose that test file. And here you can see those days have been imported automatically. So now if you click PDF, those dates will be automatically combined with our calendar. And here in the PDF view you can see them more clearly, that we have Ireland bank holidays. I think there are 9 days in total for 2022. One to watch out for here is Christmas Day, which is on the 25th, which perhaps should be on the 27th, as it is in lieu, considering the 25th is a Sunday, so perhaps you would need maybe 10 days in that circumstance. But here you can see I'm making a file. I'm just making a fictitious John and Jane Smith, who was a junior Smith. And I'm adding a third piece of information here. So there are 2 semicolons, and I'm entering, after the last name, I'm entering 1000. So in fact, after each name, I have a semicolon and 1000. And we will import this as we did the other file. The only notable difference is that this file has 3 columns. I saved over the other one, and here you can see we have 1000 in job reference. Now if we enter 1000, here before we click the PDF button, that means in addition to grabbing all dates with no reference, it will also grab those that have a reference of 1000. In that way we can import or add many dates to our calendar, but only use those we specify via the job reference. And just keep in mind that if you're making such a file, very easy to do. If you want to filter them, use a third piece of information, that's add a second semicolon and that number. If you want a date to appear in all calendars, have no reference. So any date with no reference will appear in all calendars. So that will be all our bank holidays, and that in this instance, and those referenced 1000 as well. And you can also type directly into the fields here and add your own dates. In addition, you can edit those as you wish. As I mentioned earlier, the 25th, Christmas Day, in fact the bank holiday is probably in lieu of that and will be on the 27th. So whether or not you add a second one or change that to the 25th is entirely up to you. And here you can see, if we scroll down to December, we will see the 27th is Christmas Day in lieu, but perhaps we should have left the 25th as well. But that gives you an idea as to how easily and quickly you can add custom dates to your calendar with the description. Keep in mind to keep the descriptions really short. With regard to the size or dimension of the calendar, you can choose from a drop-down list or enter your own custom size as you wish. Here I am entering 210 by 210. We will click the PDF button, and here you can see we have our square 210 by 210 calendar with the same information. Note that you have total control over the font sizes, and in this case perhaps the special or days or the bank holiday font size needed to be reduced to fit within the boundaries. You have total control over colors and the grid throughout the calendar, or in fact you can disable the grid so there's no grid, and you can use colors only to separate the various columns and rows. I'm only showing some of the very basics here in this really short video. I should also add that you can save your calendar and open it later. In addition, you can add custom colors, custom CMYK values, and create any CMYK color you wish. And as you will have noticed, you also have full control over the alignment of text within each field. And you can create a calendar with columns rather than a standard grid. In fact, there are a variety of options in the PDF tab. You can also output your calendar as a magazine or as single pages. What I'm not showing here is the fact that you can even merge images with your calendar, so you can target a folder with 12 images. They must be named in alphanumeric order, like 1 for January, 2 for February, or A for January, B for February, so on and so forth. And it will automatically combine them and fill the allocated space. And as you can see here, you can also enter dates for the preceding and following months within the relevant fields. Again, you can choose the font, color, and size. Anyway, I hope that short video gives you some idea of basic functionality of Pyxis Calendar. You can try it yourself by downloading a free 30-day trial from explorepyxis.com. Simply follow the calendar software menu links. If you would like additional information, I invite you to contact me via the details shown here. Thank you.